without clicking. We were staying in the game.
Ollie Baker with the chance, and he's put it over and it's the equaliser.
Next thing we get an injury, our centre back is taken out of the game.
Germ Manley dispossessed. Shawny McMahon with the clearance.
It came out from the full back, out from Brian outside, and Mark Mullen's fellow was coming in from the other side. I pulled in the ball. Whatever way he caught me, like it was a pure accident, it just snapped the collarbone.
That's Shawny McMahon down there receiving attention.
It would have been easy for any other player, and they were down at the time, just to walk off towards the sideline and say, my day is done.
It appears they may have 3 subs on, and if they have, they're in trouble.
At least if I stay on, I'll occupy someone. Someone will have to stand with me, not that I was going to be doing anything much.
It was that spirit, I think, that certainly rippled through the whole team, and if that man was prepared to put his body and his welfare on the line, then the least we could do was to replicate that and do a small bit more.
The one player who's willing to run at the heart of the Tyrone defence.
For O'Hara, cúpla cúlín, ceann le na chiatóg, ceann le na easóg, agus chasan tíide.
Score on. Score taken, and the momentum is with Sligo.
Once we started going, a little bit of belief started to come back into us. The work rate just upped, and it was a 15-man shift. Again, there was no individuals.
Now Sligo are playing fantastic. That's why we came to Croke Park.
In the closing 20 minutes, we had no answer to them. There was only one team.
Eamon O'Hara drops this in, and it's going to drop over the crossbar. It comes back to Taylor. Chance here for Jesse Sloan. Can he score? Yes! Oh, incredible!
They were going for 3 in a row. What better time we saw it for us as a group to go and stop that.
I always remember the speech that Donald gave us before the game. Might surprise you. He highlighted or contrasted the difference in terms of the contribution that Cork had given during the War of Independence compared to Kilkenny's. We were proud of who we were. We were proud of the way we did our business. We were proud of our heritage. And it definitely sparked something off inside all of us.
Stáil néimiróí Ciarí Riverson, aber nuair thucadís chofad le craibh na múna gine Corcaig lehidí síos ach an gangsá níor bhéon agla ra bhéine.
Good defensive work by Mark O'Connor, but Darrow can use your off to punch it over the bar.
Ceannas na cuioine is fearr atá gom mar felladóir ná neidir gona sé I barcí chaomh an lásán.
Through towards Darrow Canada. Darrow Canada goes for the score.
Corcaig a chlaí agus is stoilm an tríide chasa an Ardjo an idir hir ho. Bhí glúin nó de Loch Leanúna fásta suas gan éon buitecha. As bhí seanna bhórdan, na chuoiníim siar an isir. Da níor fáil leim réir ha gimmert le Ciarín Slátán Ivan. Bhí ceiliúragan sé scréibh na mún, í an sé gáirí chud.
Tommy was the crowd favourite that I don't think anyone else of our era will ever be. And I think in that All-Ireland it showed through.
Tommy was definitely playing on the edge of that day. He didn't mind who he was going to get a clatter on.
And it hots up, and then the referee got a little nick there as somebody was passing by.
Yeah, he got a right clip on the nose there. Looked like Tommy Walsh just hurled through the crowd.
There was no one more shocked in Croke Park than I was when that happened, and I couldn't believe it. I was here, what am I after doing? And I was hoping, I was trying to hide maybe over in the corner.
Remember at the time I was near Brian Gavin too, and I says, look, that was one of the Kilkenny boys. That was Tommy that nicked you there, so I think I was getting a bit of slagging afterwards over that, and I did not want the ball to be thrown in because we were scraping to get scores.
So it was probably the worst 5 minutes ever I put in an All-Ireland final because I was dreading being sent to the line.
After the match official here, he's okay.
Lucky enough, Brian just got on with the game.
Comes out here as far as Tommy Walsh once again, very clever use of possession.
I think that made it all the worse because we didn't stop it. They scored goals. We knew it was going to happen. We were waiting for it nearly, but we still didn't do what we needed to do to stop it. Again, from being in the goal, sometimes you're just standing there and you're watching things happening out the field, and you're trying to talk to players, and sometimes you can see players who are slipping out of the game, and that can be hard to watch that, because sometimes you feel like you can't do anything.
Fuair sé buile uafásach ó leithí agus níor chuir sé isteach ná amachar, agus thespáin sin an taobh eile de beidir ar an lá sin, go raibh sé ábalta buile ó Thógáil chum eile na builí ó chuairt amach.
That was Finerty, like, you just wonder, like, what sort of a knock would put him down.
Peter would be the type that even if Horty wasn't going to go on, and if he went down itself, he bounced back up, he wouldn't go down. Like the steel in him, the Finerty steel.
If Mike McGrath was a sending off offence or Sylvia's a sending off offence, so was John's.
It's tipped for the final as they finally get the measure of Galway.
We left that pitch totally infuriated. Afterwards, it wasn't disappointment that heads were down and tears in your eyes. It was pure frustration. And it was the following day, and we were in Larry's pub in Laochra, and we were having a pint afterwards. And somebody said, they're going to have a handy final now against Antrim. And I said, what? Antrim didn't beat Offaly. I never knew. I never knew. That's how focused I was on the game before it, and how infuriated I was afterwards.
Having a slipping. Mulligan's back inside the three-man rail. Mulligan! Oh! What a response! And just look at the celebration from Mulligan. No emotion in front of Hill 16.
I seen Eric Cantona doing it. I just stood and looked into the crowd, and there's a couple of nice signals I got, but sure, that's all part and parcel.
I would say he was at the zenith of his powers because he literally could do nothing wrong that day.
He can do no wrong.
He was kicking points for fun. At one stage, a dog ran onto the pitch. Mulligan whistled at the dog. The dog came running over to him. He lifted it up and handed it to the referee. He could do nothing wrong.
Ger Cunningham coming out, and it's a goal! It's a goal! And it's Pat Fox who scored it!
I just saw a little opening there, and I just went for it with the flick of a hurley like a tennis racket.
Pat Fox didn't seem to be ahead of the Corkbacks there, just got with one-handed flick, tennis style, to the back of the net. Fantastic goal.
He had a brain, he had a great hurling brain. I think it was actually, I gave him the ball myself in. I don't mind me saying so. He hadn't a lot to do when he tapped it in, but he did that anyway. And we don't like to give him too much praise either. He could get carried away with himself, you know.
It reaches Cleary.
There was 400 or 500 people behind the goals. Ger Cunningham was going crazy inside and goal, and the Cork management were going mad. Like, actually, it was a disgrace, but at the same time, it was some boost to us to have all these guys running in around the field, celebrating, and the match still going on, you know what I mean?
It's all over!
And here they come. This is Liam Connor, the fullback. A high lobbing, dropping ball in towards the goal line. A shot, and a goal! A goal for Offaly.
It's just meant to be. It just between Charlie Nelligan's fingers, and they would just do it to the ball going in there. Like. It was unbelievable.
The one thing that always struck me was how cool Mick Fitzgerald was.
Mick, yeah, sure.
After your celebration with Seamus Starby,
he walked by me, didn't he?
He walked by and as if to say, get out of the way, lads, I want to see where Mickey Sheehy was.
That's
you know?
right.
Martin Furlong has it. A pass is intercepted by Mickey Sheehy. There's the kick. It's high and it dropped into the...
So with that, when I caught the ball, I looked up and PJ McGrath had his two hands out in the middle of the field. And my God, that was some feeling. Oh, I'll never forget it.